Hey guys, here with another real-time workout recording for you. So this is a full body strength workout without using any weights, just using our body weight. So the way this workout was structured was slightly different to usual, including the warm-up for a change. So the start of the warm-up was the usual 10 exercises, 30 seconds each, no rest. Then we had a quick 30-second rest and then went into 7 kind of dynamic stretches, a little bit more movement of joints and that type of stuff, just making sure we were really properly warmed up given the cold weather. So after that, we had a quick break and then went into our strength circuit. So there were 6 blocks of 5 exercises with 2 blocks focusing on arms and upper body, 2 blocks focusing on legs and lower body, and 2 blocks focusing on abs and core. And it was a no repeat workout. We did 40-second work intervals, 20-second rest intervals, and there was a bonus 1-minute rest between the sets. And at the end of the workout, we went into an about 10-minute cool down stretch. So you don't need any equipment for this workout, but I do, as always, suggest a soft surface such as a yoga or exercise mat for comfort, as we are on the ground for some of the exercises. You don't need shoes. You definitely will need a sweat towel and a water bottle though, so grab those and let's get into this workout. Cool. All right, so stepping up, we will just start our warm-up with our step jacks. So just side to side, nice and quick, straight back. Strong arm movements as well, warming up the shoulders and back. Quick on the feet, light on the feet, on the balls of our feet, heels are up, and just go lightly into that sort of, not even a half squat, just a quarter squat, side to side. Just getting our bodies moving. Okay, going into our faux skipping. So alternating, bouncing one calf to the other, getting the arms going as well. Remember, the feet are in line, they're just going straight. We're not opening the hips up. And rotate at the shoulders and the wrists. Get all of that nice and loose and warm. Okay, going into up and over skated, so up in the middle, down to the side, leg goes slightly behind and cross. Really extend up through the middle, open the chest and abdominals up, then come down at the side, sink low onto that front leg, warming up hips, quads, etc. And open up in the middle. Okay, side runner, right leg is moving. So left leg, half squat supporting position. Right leg, same bend in the leg, going in the middle and then out sideways. And don't forget, pump those arms. So really pumping those arms, getting those biceps warmed up. Keeping the chest and hips forwards. Using the glute and inner thigh to move that leg. Okay, up, down, windmill. So arms and legs out, bend down, opposite hand to foot, come back to the middle. So when we come up, we squeeze the glutes together, squeeze the shoulder blades together, then we rotate down and make sure we rotate to look up at the hand facing the ceiling to really get that torso rotation going through the back muscles. Okay, side runner, left leg moving this time. So right leg is in that half squat position. Left leg is at the same angle, tapping in and out, in and out. Piston those arms, warm that upper body up as well. Should be feeling, getting warm now, especially in this hip region. Glutes, we're going to be using those a lot tonight as usual. All right. For the quads, we're going to cross behind, tap the bottom of our foot. So nice and quick on our feet and use the obliques to tap down, hit that foot behind your body. So nice and light on our feet and that little side oblique crunch to reach that foot. All right, normal runner, right leg. So hips are facing forward, leg is going forward and back. Left leg, that same half squat position. Knee is above the ankle. Back and hips forward, facing, arms are pistoning. That knee is going up and down, up and down, up and down. All right, back to the middle, boxer skip. So we're opening our hips up on this one. So bounce one leg to the other and rotate the hip out. You can get some arms as well. Get that chest and back going. All right, last one. Runner left leg. So right leg half squat supporting position, taking the weight. Left leg pistoning up and back, up and back. Arms are going as well. All right, good work. So 30-second rest, then we're going to go into those dynamic stretch movements. So if you need to take a jumper off, do that. Our first movements are just a squat with arm circles. So in 15 seconds, we'll first rotate our arms back. So we're going to go down to a squat, arms rotate backwards as we stand up. So just like that in 5 seconds.
I am participating.
All good, I believe you. So these are reasonably quick and we should be able to get fairly deep by now. We've warmed up that lower body a fair bit. Just going through some simple movements to make sure we're nice and warmed up in the deep muscles. So we're going to swap to rotate our arms forwards. So forwards now. Same thing with the lower body. In now those squats. Really extend the arms up. Open up the abdominals. Sink low into the squat. All right, next up, we'll be coming down onto a deep lunge, and we're just gonna rock forward and back. So forward and back. So we'll do each leg. So for a couple of seconds, stretch the hamstring, then rock forward, stretch the other leg, hip flexor. Everything is moving in a straight line, forwards and backwards. Getting ready to swap legs in 3 seconds. All right, swapping legs. So this is a nice dynamic movement. Getting nice and loose and limber in those warm muscles. We'll be standing up for the next one in 5 seconds. Okay, so standing up. We're opening the gate with one leg, arm circle, opposite leg, opposite arm, sorry. So leg comes up in the middle, opens to the side, knees bent at 90 degrees. Arms are just doing circles. All right, next up, come to the end of our mat. We're just going to do a slow inchworm, pedaling our feet out just to get those calves. So up and down in the inchworm, forward and back slowly, pedaling those feet back and forward. getting those calves a nice stretch and the abdominals and back as well while we're at it. Okay, and last one, kind of a side-to-side lunge windmill. So side, lunge, tap, windmill, back. So just a little bit deeper than we were before. And again, make sure you get that torso and back rotation by looking at that hand going towards the ceiling. Should be able to get fairly deep in that lunge now. Should be nice and warm. All right, great work. That is the end of our extended warm-up. So have a quick drink, then we'll go into our workout. Okay, so as I said, there's 6 blocks of 5 exercises. We'll go upper body, lower body, core, have a rest, and then the same thing again. They are different exercises, so it's a no repeat workout. We're doing 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off, and we have a minute rest between sets. So our first exercise, push-ups. We'll get them out of the way early. So if you need to go to your knees, that's fine. If you can do your hands, even better. Just do, if you can only do a couple before you go to your knees, that's fine. I just want us to focus on keeping our upper body straight throughout the movement so we're not bending at the back during the movement. Okay, let's get started. So focus on that upper back. Make sure you're pushing the whole body up in one line. Engage the abdominals to help. Remember to breathe. Focus on squeezing the shoulder blades together when you come down. And then imagine them being pushed apart on the way up. Engage the abdominals. Good work. Resting, then we're going to go into extended plank with alternating shoulder taps. So working on keeping our shoulders facing down, using the core to stop side to side rocking. Let's go. So engage the core, working on our balance. Splay the fingers of your hand to help give you a good foundation. Keep the wrist stacked underneath the elbow and underneath the shoulder. Keep the back straight, the hips down. Use the core to limit rotational movement and any rocking. Good work. Nice straight line. Good work. Flipping over onto our back. We're just going to do tricep dips. So we're going to put the weight on their heels, toes are off the ground. You can have your hands facing whichever way is comfortable. You just need to make sure that your elbows go backwards, not out sideways. So hips up, drop, push up through the triceps, hold at the extension, drop down, push up. So make sure that you hold at the extension of the tricep before you go down again. Use the abdominals to keep the hips up so you can put as much weight as possible through the triceps. And again, make sure the arms are bending backwards, not out sideways. Oh my God, my triceps are dead. All right, good work. Standing up. Next, we just got our gorilla chest slaps. So working on biceps, a little bit of chest. So we're going, arms are out, palms forward. We bend at the elbow forcefully, slapping our chest, and then use the triceps to extend. So it looks simple, but if you're doing it correctly, it's really tiring. There is no resistance, but I want you to imagine there is. As if you're in a swimming pool, working against the resistance of the water. Really engage those biceps to bring those hands in, and then forceful contraction of the triceps to bring those hands back out. Looks simple, but if you're doing it correctly, you're going to feel it. All right, shake those arms out. Going into dive bombers. So, pike position. We drop our chest down, push up. Back to pike, drop the chest down and forward, then push up. So you bend on that drop, then straighten the arms as you push that chest back. So it takes a little bit of practice to get used to the movement, but you imagine the chest drops, your hands stay where they are and they bend to give your chest room to go to the ground, and then they extend to push it back up. Alright, good work. It's the end of our first arm block, so shave those out, shake those out. Next we've got legs. So we're just going into a lunge sequence. So right leg is moving first, left leg is supporting, it does not move. We go forward lunge, side lunge, reverse lunge. So right leg, forward lunge, hold, tap down, side lunge, push through, tap down, whoop, fall over, reverse lunge, push through. If you can do it without tapping down in the middle, good. If you need to for your balance, that's fine. So you drive through the right heel on that forward lunge and that side lunge, and you drive through the left heel to come out of that reverse lunge. Alright, good work, same thing, other leg. So left leg's moving, right leg stays where it is. Make sure you hold at the bottom of each of the lunges for a second and then drive up. Let's go. So forward lunge, hold, drive up. Side lunge, hold, drive up. Reverse lunge, hold, drive up. Make sure the front leg, whichever that is, or the side, the knee does not go in front of the toes. It can go slightly forwards over the ankle, but not over the front of the toes. And drop those hips back on that side lunge to help with that and to get those glutes. Alright, good work. We're going to do short stride, alternating long lunge pulses. So feet shoulder width apart, staggered about a foot distance between them. We drop down, do 1, 2, 3, lunge up. We will swap feet halfway through. So drop as low as you can, pulse it out, then extend up, squeezing those glutes. So this will burn up those quads at the bottom and those glutes at the top. Swapping legs in 3 seconds. Swap front leg. So drop as low as you can, pulse out, then up, squeezing those glutes. Make sure that you're dropping the hips back and low. You're not just bending forward. Keep the back upright. Engage those glutes. Whew. Great work. Okay, coming to one end of our space. We're just doing lateral squat walk back and forth, but we don't come up out of the squat. So we go deep, together, wide, together, wide, together, wide. Keep the hips and shoulders at the same level throughout the movement. Weight is through the heels. You should be able to tap your toes up and down throughout the movement. If your weight is too far forward and you can't lift your toes, you're probably engaging the quads more than the glutes. So try to sink those hips backwards. Good work. Next, we're just going from chameleon to extended arm plank. So burn up those quads. So we go one end of our mat, come down, we go extended arm plank. We bend the knees, shift the hips back. Chameleon, hold for a second, knees are off the ground. Drive forward to plank, engage the core, hold, drive back. Hold for a couple of seconds, drive through, hold for a couple of seconds, really engaging those abs, sink back. So your feet and hands stay where they are the entire time. The upper body shifts forward and back by bending at the knees and the hip. The back stays straight the whole time. Really sink low and burn up those quads, especially your VMO, that inside muscle. Great leg. All right, end of our first leg block, we'll go into our first core block. So we have kick sits. They're like plank kick throughs, except our hands stay down. So we go here and we kick and kick. So it's like a bear crawl position. Back leg is off the ground. We keep the arms down the whole time. Put more strain on those obliques. This is quite a challenging one. If you need to change it to the traditional wheelie, you can. Alright, go back onto our back. We've just got in-out crunches. So we extend, then we bring the arms and legs in. So extend, in. If you just want to do cocoons, where you keep that upper body on the ground, that's okay. So that looks like this. You just do the legs and the arms come round. But if you can, bring that upper body into that V-sit position. Keep the legs off the ground. All right, staying here, we're just going to do reverse crunches. So you can keep the legs bent or go to an extension. You're going to bring up, get that lower back off the ground. Then you can just tap down, come up, or you can extend. Make sure you keep the lower back on the ground by engaging those lower abs. Use them to crunch up so we get that lower back off the ground on that reverse crunch. But then when we put the legs forward or extend, keep the lower back down by engaging the core. You may need to keep your legs at a higher level to be able to get that lower back to stay down. That's fine. All right, flipping over. We're going plank to alternating legs of split downward dog. So extended arm plank. First our right leg, we sit back, 3-point, hold for a second, come back to plank, swap leg, left leg up, hold, rock back. Hold the plank position for a second, engage the core, then sit back, engage the glute to lift that leg. Make sure the back stays straight the entire time. The hips stay facing down. There's no rotation. You're going to want to rotate to that leg that's opening up. Use the abdominals to keep them facing down. All right, last exercise of this first round. We've got squats to a cross-body crunch. So, hands behind our head. We go squat, come up, opposite knee to elbow. Let's go. So deep into that squat, power up through the heel, shift the weight to one side, oblique crunch, that knee drives across the body, and we twist with the obliques to rotate the torso. Drop low, power up. Hips stay facing forward the whole time. It's not a rotation, it's a crunch with the abdominals across the body. Alright, great work. It's the end of our first round. So minute break. So it'll be a buzzer in 10 seconds, minute break at that. So towel off, grab a drink, shake those legs and arms out. So a minute now, then we'll go into another 5 arms or upper body, another 5 legs, lower body, and another 5 core. Whew. All right, 30 seconds. So our first arms exercise, there's going to be some more push-ups, but they're going to be asymmetric and we're going to go down onto our knees. So asymmetric because we're going to have one hand forward in the middle, one hand back out to the side. So it's down, push up, swap the hands. So middle is up, side is down. Okay, just getting ready for those now. So knees stay on the ground, shins are up, one hand is in the middle, one hand is at the side. Still keep the upper body straight by engaging that core. You will feel the obliques working because we are going in a sort of directional plane of movement. So the oblique on the side with that hand out will start to work. And we're going to get the different angles on those arm muscles. All right, great work. Some more push-ups, yay! One arm push-ups. So, right arm, so we're on our left side. Right arm is in front, left arm is holding our chest. We drop, shoulder, push up. So drop the weight, shoulder doesn't touch the ground, it goes near. And then squeeze through that right tricep, lift that weight up. Now these are quite challenging, so just go slow and steady, especially because we've really burned those triceps up already. But it's a really good way of isolating that muscle. Nearly there. You'll feel it in that bottom oblique as well. Oh, great work. Flip over to the other side. So right side, which will be our left arm, and that right arm is wrapped around our body, so the left arm takes the weight, and just sink on that hip, So you drop the shoulder and upper body, then push up. Take that weight on that arm, extend up. Slow and steady. On the way down, load up that muscle. Explosive push up through the heel of the hand. "15 seconds, good work, keep pushing it out." You'll probably feel this a little in that chest as well. One more. All right, last two arms or upper body. It is going to be difficult, but that's what we want. Up, down, plank. If you need to go to your knees, that is fine. Whatever you can do safely. So, extended arm, drop down to elbow, push up. Engage the core to keep the hips as flat as possible. Use the obliques to help limit rotation and side-to-side rocking. And keep the elbow and wrist stacked underneath the shoulder. Swap your leading arm. Engage that core to help steady you through the movement. Great work. All right, last one, pike push-ups. So we go into pike position. Arms a little bit wider than normal. Head down. We drop the upper body and push up. So slow down, fast up. So the back stays straight. The body drops by bending the arms. Go as low as you safely can. Forehead to the ground if possible. And then push up. This is a really tough one, especially after all we've done, but it's our last one and we've only got 5 seconds left. All right, great work. Shake those arms out. We're going into lunge pulses. Right leg forward first. Left leg is back. We go down, hold, come up. So just up and down. Drive through the right heel. Left leg is there as a stabilizer, but the weight is over that right leg. So you're up, down, sink forward. When you come up, you push through the heel backwards. You're really feeling it in that right glute. All right, break and then swap legs. Left leg is forward. Make sure when you're going forward that the knee doesn't go in front of the toes. And when you come back, you push through the heel. So it's more down and up rather than a forward back motion. The hips pretty much go up and down in a straight line. And we bend that left leg to accommodate that drop, and the right knee bends as well. And then we extend with the power through that right heel to push us up, and the right back leg extends to accommodate. But the drive is through that front leg. All right, great work. Next one is a sumo squat with a calf raise. So, wide sumo squat position. We drop down to sumo, Up to calf, stand up. Squeeze inner thighs and glutes together. Heels back down. Drop to sumo, up onto the calves, up, squeeze, heels down. Drop. Up onto those calves, push through, squeeze those inner thighs, squeeze those glutes together, heel down. Engage the core the whole time to help you with your balance. Drop those heels down at the bottom. And then push up. So drop the heel, weight through the heel into the sumo, transfer to the toes, squeeze up. All right, wall sit or a squat hold if you don't have access to a wall. So it's simple, 90-degree bend in the legs, hands are away from the body. If you don't have a wall, just do a squat hold. So 90 degrees at that knee, hands away from the body. Here you should also be able to tap your toes up and down. Push the lower back to the wall as usual as well. This will help to engage the quads by forcing that pelvis to tilt a little bit. 10 seconds left, push it through. Keep those hands away from the body. Weight is through the legs. Great work. Oh. All right, last leg exercise, squat cha-cha. So we drop into a low squat and we just walk slowly forward and back. So lead with one leg, halfway through we will swap. Stay low in the squat. It's not a huge step forward and backwards. It's about the same distance lengthways as the width between your feet. Swapping leg. So stay low in the squat throughout the movement. Hips and shoulders should stay at the same level. Burn those quads up. Great work. 10 seconds. Push through that burn. Nearly there. Ooh. All right, great work. We're going into slow mountain climbers with a pulse on every third one. So these are cross body mountain climbers. So right knee to left elbow. So we go 1, 2, and on the third one, we pulse. So 1, 2, pulse. 1, 2, pulse. So remember to cross over to the other side of the body. So we're using the oblique. And keep the hips facing forward by engaging the core to stop rotation towards the way that that knee is going. Hips flat, back straight. Nearly there. Great work. Lovely. Onto our backs. Just doing some bicycle sit-ups, not crunches, sit-ups. So legs go out straight, hands behind our head, left leg comes up, I twist to the left, right elbow across and back. Other leg. Make sure that you are crunching up to get the shoulder blades off the ground. Leading with the chest and then crunch with the obliques to get that rotation over to the knee. Great work. Inhale on the way down, exhale on the way up. 5 seconds. Great work. Standing up, hammer throws. So we'll start down on the right side, going up to the left side. So feet are facing forward, down to the right. explode up to the left, halfway through we'll change. So down, explode up to the side. The back foot slightly pivots up onto the toe, and at the top of the extension, squeeze that glute. So 5 seconds, we will swap side. All right, swap side. So down from the left now, up to the right, down to the left, up to the right. It's a really strong contraction with that rotation, getting those obliques burning while we go up and down as well. Great work. 2 exercises left. First one up is a rolling plank. Forearms are across like this. We go down to plank, up onto the toes, hold, open up to one side, hold, straight line, back to middle, hold, other side. Keep the hips flat by using the abdominals, and then when we rotate, pull them with that oblique on that bottom side. Don't forget to open that chest up by opening that top arm up. You should be in one line from top hand to bottom elbow. Come back to the middle and get that plank position, then go the other side. Great work. Okay, last exercise, chameleon to bear crunch. So we did chameleon before. This time when we go into that plank, we pull one leg in for a crunch. So plank, back to chameleon, hold, drive forward, right knee forward, back to plank. To chameleon, hold, drive, left knee forward. So you go plank, chameleon, knee drive. Plank, chameleon, knee drive. Make sure that you keep the butt down the whole time. Knees off the ground the whole time. Core is engaged the whole time. We are nearly finished. All right. Great work, guys. That is the end of our workout. Whew. All right. Sweaty selfie time. Then we will go into a cool down. How was that? And so people always kind of go, oh, strength without weights. I'm like, do you know how much your body weighs? Yeah, same. All right, let's just go into a bit of a dynamic stretch. Nothing out of the ordinary here. We just start with a couple of calves, downward dog. So we'll just walk out slowly to a pike position. Put those heels just on the ground. So walk to where they just start to come up. We'll get the shoulders as well here. So sink that head low. And then we're just going to alternate pedaling those legs, sinking the weight into one leg, pushing back. So alternate every couple of seconds. Really drive the weight through that heel. And those shoulders we can get as well by sinking that head low. Okay, keeping the hands where they are. Keeping pedaling, but we're just going to walk the feet in about an inch each step. So still getting those stretches, transferring it a little bit more to the hamstrings as we get closer to our hands. If your hands do come up, that's fine. Just let them hang down naturally. If you can keep them on the ground when you get your feet up, that's good. So we're just going to hang here for a little bit, keeping those legs straight, making sure that we're sinking the hips backwards to feel that stretch through that entire back chain. And then again, we're going to alternate pedaling heel up and then sink all that weight of that stretch through that one leg. Hold for a second and alternate. Alright, keeping those legs straight. We're just going to drop our head as close to our shins as we can. Grab your arms, clasp them behind your body. So try and pull that chest down. Keep the legs straight. Okay, hands back in front. We're just going to drop the right leg back. We're going to sink into a deep lunge. Hands stay on the ground to start with. So our left leg is forward. And we're just going to pulse a little bit. Get that right hip flexor. So hips just pulsing a little bit up and down. Okay. Stop the pulse. We're going to extend the stretch by lifting the torso and arms up. And stretch back a little bit. You'll really feel this, that right hip flexor. Okay, now drop that right knee. Extend back again. Really sink those hips forward. Okay, hands down. We're going to straighten the left leg, sink back onto the right. Feel the stretch along the back of that left leg. Come up forward again, keep the hands down. Lean as far forward as you can, drop those hips. You feel this in that left glute a bit as well. And then extend backwards again. Get that hamstring. Okay, swap legs. So bring that right leg up. Left leg goes back. Keeping it straight for now, and the hands stay down. Again, we're just going to do a couple of pulses. Start loosening up that left hip flexor. Okay, extend it, keep the legs straight. Bring the torso and arms up and back. Okay, then drop that left knee. Sink those hips further forward. Arms further back, open the chest. Open that hip. Okay, hands down, extend that right leg straight, sink back, left leg bent. Feel that stretch on that right hamstring. Okay, back forward, hands stay down. Go as far forward with those hips and chest as you can. And sink back again, extend that right leg, sit back onto that left. Alright, we're going to swap again, bring that left leg forward, keep the knee down. So right hand is on the ground, left hand, we're going to lift and open the chest up towards the left side. So really good for that back and chest and that oblique. Hold for a couple of seconds. Come down facing forward. Open up again, so left arm up again. Rotate, open up. And then come back down. And we're going to swap the legs, so left leg goes back. Right leg comes forward, Left hand stays down, right hand comes up, and we open the chest to the right, really rotating that back around. Hold for a couple of seconds, come back down to middle, reset, open up again. And back down to middle, bring that right leg back. So we're then going to widen our hands a little bit, drop the hips, and then push the chest back. So aim to push your hips as low as you can while rising the chest as high as you can. Really stretch out that front chain, hip flexors, abdominals. Okay, transferring our weight back onto our knees. Sink back, crawl the hands forward, sink the head down, open those shoulders up. And then forward again, hips down, shoulders and back up. And then back once more. Don't forget to creep those hands out to open those shoulders up. All right, walk those feet up to standing. Just a couple more for our sides. So cross one leg behind the other. So I've got my right leg behind. I'm going to lean down forward, put my hands on the inside of my right foot. So that's my back foot. I'm just going to reach down to the inside of that and pop that hip out to the right. So I'll feel it in that right outer thigh, glute, a little bit at the back and the oblique. And just sit here for a bit. And then we'll swap sides. So right foot back to center, left leg crosses behind, and then I reach to that I reach to the right side, to the inside of that left foot, which is crossed behind, and I'll feel that all along that outer left leg chain. I find this is really good for getting some of those deep glutes on the side, which is going to be a bit difficult to target at times. Alright, and then last couple we'll just do some side to side groins. So open up wide, we'll go side to side. That straight leg we're going to pop up onto the heel to extend the stretch. You can put your hands down to take the weight, and then just go side to side. Sink the hips down low to really get that stretch on that elongated leg. Side to side. Alright, hands in the middle, both legs straight. We're just going to get the back a little bit. So we're just going to walk our hands backwards. So through your legs, and then just hang with them as far back as you can. Walk them back forward. We're going to grab onto our elbows. So cross the arms over, grab onto the elbows, and we're just going to hang and move slowly side to side, letting the full weight of our upper body stretch out that back and those hamstrings as well. Okay, and then to finish, we'll just walk those feet in. Waddle, waddle, waddle. We're going to do 3 deep breaths. So we're going to bring our hands up and inhale on the way up. So inhale, hold, and then stretch, and then exhale on the way down. And then let the body hang for a second, nice and loose. Inhale and open. Hold at the top, stretching back. Exhale. Let the body hang, nice and loose. Okay, last one. Big inhale through the nose. Hold that at the top. Big exhale on the way down. And then just bend those knees and push up and stand up. Alright, we're done. Alright guys, great work on completing this workout. I know sometimes it can be a little bit confusing to do a strength workout where we're not using any weights, but if you think about how much your body actually weighs and when you can appropriately use that weight against the muscles that you are working, you can get a good strength workout without any extra equipment. So if you followed along, I would love to hear your feedback. Let me know your thoughts and opinions if you enjoyed this type of workout. And as always, keep your eyes on the page for more workouts from me in the coming weeks. Catch you guys.